Hi, everyone. It's Christina from Woodburn Accountants and Advisors, and I'm on today to talk to you about the China Profit Accelerator. Growing in the Chinese market can be a very tricky thing for foreign investors to achieve. And I wanted to start off with today's videos kind of explaining the problems that foreign investors have to grow in China. Now, as an outsider, as an observer, what I am seeing a lot of is that foreign investors, entrepreneurs, leaders are so focused on the core functions of the business, and they're not enough in the analysis. The analysis work that has to be placed in any startup that is getting into the Chinese market. Any startup for me in China means any company that is starting to transact with China, any company that is starting to have an entity in China. These are all startups, right? You're starting up from nothing and you're building up on the business. There has to be analysis placed into the business. Other areas where I see problems arising is that the leaders that are in charge of the China business are not numbers people. They have communication barriers with their China finance team. They do not know their profit margins or how they're losing money. They don't also know if they're spending the right amount on expenses. They're struggling to understand what products work in China, what products don't work in China, whether they should be adding additional lines of business, etc., or taking lines of business out. And generally speaking, cash seems to be gone as quickly as it shows up because they do have expenses that need to be settled on a monthly basis. So the question in all of this is, if we're going through these struggling points, how do we grow in the Chinese market? And we need to, as leaders and entrepreneurs in China, we need to place more focus on the analysis within the business. And through the China Profit Accelerator program, we have created a type of checklist on how to improve the business's profitability by reducing costs, increasing turnover and productivity, and basically helping you to be able to pivot, change, and grow. So we've gone through a bit of a checklist, okay? Now, this checklist basically is made up of 11 items that we've come up with. And these are just very superficial points on what you can do to accelerate your business in the Chinese market. So within this checklist, there is the following. Number one, locating areas in your China business that can be improved or made more efficient. So again, analyzing inside the business, looking at whether processes, standard operating procedures can be created to help make the company more efficient. Using key performance indicators, KPIs, having goals and objectives set forth to analyze the strengths and the weaknesses around the business. Looking at rising costs, looking at falling sales. Then it's assessing the general business costs, the overheads, right? Understanding also, are you giving too much discounts to your customers? How productive are your staff being? It's looking at the overall general business of your company in China or of your transactions in China. It's then also reviewing your areas of business waste and reducing them, right? Are you able to downsize headcount? Are you able to go into a smaller office space and do more remote working? Are you able to cut power supplies, etc.? The fifth point is regularly reviewing the pricing of your products and doing benchmarking, price benchmarking analyses. It's testing the prices of the products before actually making them permanent. It's improving your profitability through your best customers. So this is really all about customer relationship, right? Reviewing the pricing of your products, testing the pricing of those products, developing customer relationships so that you're garnering a group of best customers, loyal customers. It's analyzing whether new service line items can be introduced. It's analyzing whether certain service line items or product line items should be removed, right? Then it's going on to the supplier side where you are identifying areas of your expenditure and limiting these by bargaining with your suppliers or eliminating suppliers that are not making your business efficient enough. It's then also negotiating long-term deals with those long-term suppliers, similar concept to your best customers. You have your best suppliers and negotiating better deals with them. It's also then continuously maintaining momentum and being consistent with research. And it's researching new opportunities in your business sector. It's researching, generally speaking, the consumer trends, the market trends. It's identifying areas where you could expand in the market, either geographically or by service line item. And then, last but not least, probably the most important point, it's monitoring everything that's occurring in your business. It's analyzing everything that's occurring in your business through the standard operating procedures that you are implementing, by looking at the financial analytical data that is being produced. And that should be produced through the standard operating procedures that you're implementing, by training your sales team on what are the allowed discounts, how much discount can be provided, at what point do you set boundaries with your customers, similarly with then your suppliers. So it's really going in depth in the business. And remember, the ultimate goal is to be able to scale up in the Chinese market as quickly as is feasible for your business. Everybody's goal and objective, a generic goal and objective, is to be profitable in China. And the question then is, how much analytical work has to be put into the company to do that, and to make sure that that analytical work is actually being executed and implemented by the senior management that is in charge of China. If you've got any questions in regards to scaling up, or if you feel like you are in a standstill where you are not growing your business, and you really need to have somebody do an analytical look at your company and do a health check and see where the downfalls are within your business, reach out to us. That's what we do. That's part of the China Profit Accelerator program. I hope this video has helped, and I look forward to hearing from you and speaking with you tomorrow. Take care and goodbye.